Hey Strongsiders, today we're going to be looking at a very basic nutritional starter pack. This is going to be week 1 of this edition. Over the few weeks that follow, we're going to break it down a little bit more every time, but let's start here. If you have a specific eating condition that's directed by a nutritionist, this will not be for you. For week 1, we're going to look at 3 easy steps that you can do all by yourself. First step couldn't be any easier. It's literally change nothing. Don't want you to change how you eat, but I do want you to record everything that's going in. Try not to change what you're eating just because you have to write it down, but note how hard it is to eat something terrible when you have to write it down. Try to write down how much you're having to, and it doesn't have to be like milliliters or grams, just kind of general size. I want you to record for at least 3 days. If you're going to do 3 days, I want it to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because it tends to be our worst days for eating. Ideally do 7 though, you get a better snapshot of how you actually eat through a whole week. So anything that you're going to put in you, ideally let's write it down. So that's going to include the food that you're going to have, snacks, candies, pops, any drinks. I want to know how much water you're having as well. This will give you a general sense of what's actually going in since we don't really catalog it throughout the day. Your second step is to mark down and list everything you already know isn't good for you. If you know it's not good, just put it in a list. Don't necessarily change it yet. For step 3, I want you to make 2 lists. One list is going to be food that you think is real and food that you think is fake. This is going to come from all the food that you listed throughout the week. Don't worry too much about what real and fake means. We'll get into that next week. This is just so you start thinking a little bit more about what you're putting in you. While you're waiting for next week's video, let's look forward and change 2 things. So what I want you to do is try to increase how much water you are having and decrease the amount of sugar that's coming in through fluids. So water is pretty much all we really need. If you're going to be drinking pop throughout the day, that's a sugary drink. Juices are sugary drinks as well. Coffee is totally fine. We can try to reduce how much sugar we put in, or you can just try having it for cream for now. If you can drink it black, that's so much better. Same goes with tea. If you can have it just as is, it's going to be much better for you. We're going to avoid the sugar. A nice little rule that I like to have is I try to have a cup of water in between every cup of coffee that I have. You're going to find that you're probably not going to need to drink as much coffee, plus you'll be hydrating along the way. I'm not saying that coffee doesn't help hydrate you, I'm just saying that water is probably the best thing you could be putting in you. Let's aim for 3 liters of water a day, but be happy if you get 2. As always, stay strong, Strongsiders.